Mark, you took me off.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, we can wait a few minutes if some people come in already. Hello, Mark. And then we will start. Maybe.
We've got Huw, Mark, and Leo.
Try this. And then change the settings. And change the camera. I think I want to have this one. No.
Don't need that now, do I?
This one. Okay. Because here you can see that, right?
Yep.
And it's YouTube by the side. Okay.
Yes.
These are the two blanks, one of Paduk and one of this other wood, Macquarie, which I have pre-cut. And I will show you how I drill those. We can just do a relaxed start and begin with that. I have my pen jaws on the lathe. Because I have noticed it works better when you work in batches. Doing your whole setup for just one piece isn't really worth it.
No, batching pens is much quicker.
Yeah, that's also how you do it, right?
Yeah, for craft fairs and things. Yeah. You know, I can do 5 pens in an hour and a quarter. Just simple drilled pens.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that this one will take me a lot longer. But that's not a big deal. Then here I have my my set of drills.
Leo, have you got a center drill?
Good afternoon, Paul Finlay.
Yeah, that's what I'm showing you first. That's what I will start with.
Yeah.
Center drill.
Perfect.
Do you have one, Huw? Because I recently saw you making drilling a blank, and it went
sideways.
Sideways quite a bit.
Yeah, I forgot to use my center drill.
You forgot. Okay. So I've switched the lathe to 4th gear.
We've got Paul Finlay in the chat.
Hello, Paul.
Good afternoon, Paul.
Good afternoon, Paul.
So that's the starter hole drilled. The big advantage of the starter drill is that it does not deviate whatsoever.
Andy, the Wood Valley Turners, just joined. Good afternoon, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Okay, then as a next step, I'm using a standard 6mm drill. The hole that I have to drill will be 7 in the end, but when you are using these long drills, they are very prone to bending and going sideways. So I thought it's better if I already have a hole pre-drilled so that it just follows through, like so.
Shane
Leo,
Hurst.
do you want to put me and Jen in the background? So
I can, of course.
Shane Hurst and Rob from Copper Owl have just joined.
Hi, Rob.
Good afternoon, Shane. Good afternoon, Rob.
Hi, Shane. Hi, Rob. How you doing, mate?
And then I have my secret weapon, freshly arrived from China. I'm not even sure if it has already recovered from the jet lag. That's 20 centimeter, 7mm drill. I don't have to clean out that much in the beginning because there's very little material coming out of that hole. where I pre-drilled with 6. And of course I have a drawbar on that. So my Morse taper will not come loose when I pull the drill out like that. Yeah, now I'm through. I can clearly feel that. That's perfect,
Lovely.
isn't it?
Perfect.
Okay. So I think I found the proper procedure for that. It's also fairly important that your blanks are squared up properly, because then it can sit against the face of the chuck.
Mike from Dancers with Aardvarks just joined us. Good afternoon, Mike.
The Aardvarks. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mike. How you doing?
What wood are you using today, Leo?
The one I just did is Makore, and this one is Paduk.
Oh, right.
I was given some Paduk and the other wood as well by my oldest son years ago, and it was sitting here in the workshop. Just yeah, you know how that goes with these exotic woods. If you're going to make something with them, you want to make something properly, because it's a bit more expensive than the local stuff.
Paduk makes a gorgeous pen.
Yeah, well, that's what I was planning to start with. It also has a very particular smell.
Yeah.
But many woods actually do.
And it makes all your hands orange.
Yeah, that too.
Yes, Mike, it's me.
I managed to get Huw in the life as my earworm, and to give me practical advice on making pens, because believe it or not, this is my first one. Oh. And I'm through. You probably can't even hear the noises it makes, right?
There was a bit of screeching on the way back, but that's normal. Beautiful.
Perfect as well. So that's how I drill them. And then I would say on to the next step, which is gluing in the tubes. I have to make pens from these as well. I bought 6 kits, so I can just as well do it here and have my process checked by Huw. This is on here because of this. You see the difference? Did you see the 50 hertz flash if I take away the newspaper?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? Well, I'll show it again on a white,
yes,
a
I
white
saw
surface.
that. Yeah.
Very annoying. I've been trying to troubleshoot that for quite a while, but this is the easy solution. It's just too reflective. That's what the problem is. Okay, then we'll come to the pen kits. The only way I can really tell the difference is because they came in different plastic bags. And the one, I think, this one costed €1.83. This one, this is the expensive one. This was $1.93. Or the other way around.
Right.
I don't care.
Leo, one thing I always do, because the pen banks can get hot during drilling, dry fit the tubes first. Because that way, if there's any restriction within the
we'll do that.
hole, you'll find out before you try and glue the tube in.
I didn't have any issues with that last time, but well, it goes in, at least this one goes in no problem. I can mix them as I want to because they are exactly the same size and length and everything. Okay.
That looks perfect.
Yeah, it does. Although this one does not want to come out as. Yeah, I think there was a bit of debris in there. Now it's fine. Okay. I thought it's best to just super glue them. So I'll
using medium.
I only have one kind.
Chris Charlton's just joined the chat. Good afternoon, Chris.
Hi, Chris. It doesn't say. I think it's a fairly thin kind, Huw.
Okay.
What I've been told to do is that you have to clean the exterior of the tubes. So I'm using a bit of steel wool for that. Like so. Oops. Working with gloves on is a bit more cumbersome. Okay. So I have my super glue always in these 3-gram containers because you don't have to throw away so much that way. Okay. Okay, that one is in there nicely. Let me clean up the second one.
Leo, have you got any 180 grit sandpaper?
Of course.
Give the
what kind of wood owner would I otherwise be?
Give the tubes a quick run over with the 180 as well. Wire wool is great for getting rid of any oils and things on there, but the sandpaper gives the tube a bit of a scuffing to give the super glue a good key to attach to.
This is 150. That will also do the trick, I think, right?
Yeah.
I didn't do that with the other one, so I think you can see the difference now.
Mm.
It's like you say, Scuffy, a bit scratches on there.
And do another test, dry test as well.
All right. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Now, see if there's anything left in this one. Oh yeah, there is. Actually, it's enough. Don't even need the second container. Okay. Well, that's more or less how I did it the first time as well. But then I didn't have any newspaper underneath.
You've just ruined that blank, Leo.
You know what? I'll just turn it away that bit. I think I can get away with that. This goes on here then. It's for maybe for use later when we are doing the finish. I'm not sure yet though. Okay, so these two I can set aside. I'll take off the gloves because I find them pretty cumbersome. Yeah, and then I'll. Oh, this goes in the garbage straight away. So I'll show you a bit of the rest of the pen kit. So this is the refill. This little bit is for the bottom end to screw in. I'm putting it back in the container, in the plastic bag, because otherwise I might lose these small parts. So this is the tip, the mechanism, or part of it. Two little springs, a longer one and a shorter one, the refill, and then the clip and the push button. The other one is pretty much the same. The only difference, what I've seen is, well, not even that maybe. I thought the push button was different, but we'll probably see that if there is any difference when we have them finished. Because I have two kits here prepared with the blanks already in them. So these go together with those two. And then I'd say we start with the Paduk. Okay?
Yep.
So I'll put this one to the side also. Yeah. This we won't be needing. Then here's my band mandrel. And to my great joy, I found that it also has a drawbar. So I thought, why not put a piece of M10 on there and use it. I have also preset the length yesterday. But maybe that needs some further adjusting. We'll know in a sec. Okay. A few turns with the 17mm wrench. Oh yes, and then bushings. Do you always buy your bushings, Huw, when you get a new type of pen kit?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a engineering lathe, so
Yeah.
making my own is not an option.
So I do. So I thought I was a bit too cheap for buying those bushings. I have plenty of bits of metal lying around, and I made 4 actually, and that's because let me see. If you put this on here, then it has a tiny bit of play. And I think a pen, if it's not properly centered, there shouldn't be any play, right?
Correct.
So that's why, but these are extremely thin. I think the wall thickness here is just over 1/10 of a millimeter.
Blimey.
But I made those. Okay, yeah. I think I'm forgetting a step. Am I not, Huw?
Yeah, you need to barrel trim the ends of
Exactly.
the
Okay. If you had warned me before, then
Sorry.
yeah, never mind. Then I would have had.
Shall I leave?
No, please don't. Okay. This comes out again. Does it? Yeah, it does. Because I think I want to do the barrel trimming with the chuck. The nut on there. So, but that's my my pen turning kit or mandrel. 30 euros and a few cents, straight from China, of course. And it came with this bit of kit as well. Which is the part you can use for the barrel trimming.
Mm-hmm.
So there are 3 different, or 4 even, 4 different knives or cutters. Apparently that's what you use to clean up the interior of the tube.
Yeah, in case you've got any super glue in there or anything.
For something like that, right? But the one which goes in is the smallest one. So I won't be needing the rest.
I'll be honest with you, Leo, I've never changed the reamer in my barrel trimmer, irrespective of the size of the tube.
So that means you always have the same size tubes?
No, loads of different tubes, but I've never bothered changing it.
Ah, okay. Well, but if you have a wider tube, then it would mean that it doesn't properly, how shall I put it, ream the inside. Now, on this end, I'm not sure if the camera shows that.
Yeah, you
here
got
I
about
really
4 or
need to
5 mil.
take a few mil, yes. The other side, it's almost level. So we'll start with this one. I'll put it in loosely so that it can adjust itself. Oh yeah, that one bushing is probably still on the mandrel, right? Okay. So this bit can also go together with the wrench.
For 30 euros for the mandrel and the barrel trimmer, that's a good price.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have bought it. But this was too good an offer to pass by. So and after today, we will know if it's any good.
So I think
I mean,
paid
it can
about
still
20
be rubbish.
Yeah, I paid about £20 for my barrel trimmer.
Okay. Okay, I'll take this bit off. That over here. Okay. Did I also change gears already, or didn't I? No, I didn't. No, it's still in fourth. That's fine. This is relatively small stuff, so I can easily drill in fourth gear. Spins nice and free. I guess about the same speed as I did for the drilling. So
Don't forget
there we
to
go.
Don't forget to tighten the chuck up.
Yeah, I did, but
You did.
the blank is still square, so I tightened it loosely because then it can sort of self-center.
Okay.
No, not there yet.
Right. If you blow the dust off because when you hit the brass tube,
Yeah.
You will see a very, very fine brass swarf coming off, and
Okay.
you don't want a lot of it, otherwise your tube will be shorter than it should be.
Exactly. That's why I'm so careful. I'm about 1 millimeter away now. Come on. That's because this is my first one. No. Still not there.
Mo Valley has just joined the chat.
Ah.
And Steve, Ash, Lerner Turner. Good afternoon, both of you.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Steve.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, gents.
I didn't know you were called Dave Mole. Sorry.
No. I need to take a look. Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm there. The other side is probably going to be a little bit easier because I don't have to take that much wood. Okay, I'll briefly take it out and show it. Let me brush that up a bit. It still isn't shiny, right?
Can you bring it closer to the camera, Leo?
Sorry?
Can you bring it closer to the camera? I would just touch it a little bit more. That side's not too bad. That one, yeah, needs a little bit more in my...
Yeah.
Mind?
I'm just too careful. Okay, we'll do the short one first. Don't want to ram it in there. At least the inside of the tube gets a good cleaning that way. Yeah, okay. Much better now. So that's how it's supposed to look, right?
Perfect.
Okay. Then I know I haven't overshot the other side. So. You see, if I tighten it too much, then it doesn't want to go in as easy.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, I think I'm here. I'm there as well on this side.
Yeah.
Barely, but I'm there.
That looks fine.
This one is much shinier.
You can always just touch it again with the barrel trimmers just to get that as shiny as the other side. I mean, you know, just
you mean like that?
Yeah, you can do.
I think it needs a little more. I'm just a hair off, and that's why it's not showing not as shiny as the other side. And every video that I've seen of pen makers, they drill them out until you clearly see the yeah. No. Oh yeah. I'll pick that one up later. I know what it is. I have a few more, so. Looks like I have to tighten that Allen screw a bit more as well, because this has a bit too much play. Okay. No, it's not coming out. I'm also not seeing any brass shavings there. I think I'm still too careful. So I was considering to do this by hand with a hand drill, because I thought you may have more feel. No, now it should be. Yeah. Okay, Huw. You see?
Yep.
Now that should be good enough. Oh yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that's that step done also. But as you see these, sorry. Oh. Okay. Now I'm ready to take out the chuck. And put in the pen mandrel. Does yours also have a drawbar, or do you not use it, Huw? I can imagine that when you go with the tool away from the headstock, that it could come loose at some point if you don't use a drawbar. Or? That looks like it needs some deburring. Excuse me.
Mole Valley says he's never used that type of mandrel. Is as a compression type.
So this is my deburring.
Have we lost you?
No, I'm here.
Oh,
I mean, I still see him.
oh, it's okay then.
At the bottom. Okay. That's that one.
Try putting the bushes into the blank before you put them on the mandrel.
Yeah, I was going to. Debur it a bit more. Or was it this one? Ah. Makes a hell of a difference if you use the right bushing. Okay. Maybe one more of these that came with the kit. still tightening, so. And then I need to have the tail center in place to support the back end.
Yeah, there should be a little dimple at the end of the mandrel.
There is. But I have already seen that you can also buy a special piece which goes into your tailstock, which carries the whole axle.
Yeah.
Of course, I could make something like that.
Yeah, then turns that into a compression mandrel, which is what Dave and Steve are talking about.
It's the threads on the end, so when it slides, then I would be concerned that it's not tight enough, not nearly. Okay, well. Okay. I think we can give that a go, right?
Mm-hmm. What speed are you turning at?
I was planning on 5th gear and then about halfway, so that would be like 1,500 thereabout.
Fine.
That's what you also use?
Around there, 1,500, 1,800.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much what 5, 6 boils down to. And I think I have a decent amount of space on both ends to work.
Yep.
Okay. So then I'll start with my spindle roughing gouge. Okay.
Which end, Leo's got the deeper recess for the bushes?
If you put on too much pressure, it simply stops turning, so more or less self-adjusting. I think you could pretty much do this whole project with the spindle roughing gouge.
Yes, you can. How much more have you got to take off before you get close to the bushes, Leo?
A ton.
Okay.
You can see the bushings, can't you, right?
Yes.
Okay. Like I said, it's a slimline pen and it's a bit thin, if you ask me. When it is down to size, there will be a millimeter of wood left, wall thickness.
That's about normal for a slimline.
Not normal or normal?
Normal.
Normal, okay. I thought it was a bit thin.
I mean, most people seem to start off on slim lines, but I think it's not the easiest of pens to turn because it is.
Oh, well.
You really don't have that much tolerance.
No.
Start thinking about any shape you're going to have on it now, Leo.
What I have seen on the seller's site, it's simply just a straight pen. So it's a straight spindle all the way from left to right. No variations in thickness whatsoever.
Okay.
Steve Ash says you don't have to have the thicknesses uniform, just the ends.
Yeah, if you want to put a slight curve to it, then now's the time to decide that. So you can start taking the ends down towards the bushings, leave the middle a bit fatter, and then refine that shape. So you've got a nice convex shape to the outside of the blank.
No. It might turn out that way anyway. Even if I'm not trying to. I'll try a bit with the skew. See how that goes.
Steve Ash said basically what Huw said.
I'm just planing, then it feels as if I have even more control than with the spindle roughing gouge.
That's what I normally do, Leo, is rough it down with the spindle roughing gouge and then finalize it with a skew.
Okay. Yeah, I can easily take a bit more wood off with the roughing gouge. That's for sure. Okay. I'll do that. But we are not in a rush here, are we?
No.
The main thing is that I get a pen that works.
Plus, by finishing off with the skew, it cuts down a lot on the sanding.
Yeah, that will also take quite a bit of time, I suppose. Okay.
So how many millimeters have you got now of material left before the bushes?
Okay, let's briefly stop and measure. So the bushing here, I know it's 9mm. That 0 is 9mm, and the blank right now is 13.5.
So you've only got 2mm either side.
Yeah.
So if you're going to put any shape into the pen, now's the time to decide to do that by taking the ends down to the bushes, and then you can determine how much of a curve you want in the main body of the pen. Because I personally think a straight barrel pen doesn't look right. You need some form of shape to it.
Okay.
The only pens I do that are straight are the Amiga fountain pens and rollerballs, because the kit sort of determines that.
Yeah, I don't know how that will be with this one. You have, of course, the clip, which may not properly fit if you have too much wood in the middle. But on the other hand,
you'll be surprised, Leo.
Okay. So time to take the skew and make a gradual taper towards each
so
end.
What I would normally do is start an inch back from the bushes, and gradually taper it down to the bushes, and then you've got that bit in the middle that you can then decide what you want to do. And if you want to take it all back down to totally
can still do that
cylindrical, you can still do that.
Okay, well, that's what I'll go for.
Right, Dave from Mill Valley says he agrees with you, though slim lines not the easiest to start with. Steve Ash says get a pen and keep your fingers crossed. That's the goal. Anything else is a bonus. Steve Ash also says clips are forgiving. Dave from Mill Valley says clips can be bent or left off altogether, which can look great.
Totally agree, Dave.
There's more experience in the audience than that is behind the lathe. That's a reassuring thing.
We all made our first pen at some point, Leo.
Absolutely.
I took
you can
one of my
also see
pens
that
up to Scotland.
the surface is now improving when I'm using the skew, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just here to relay the messages.
And you're doing brilliantly, Jen.
Thank you, Huw.
Can you see the slight curve I'm trying to make?
I can on the tailstock end. Yeah, it's coming now on the headstock as well.
Good afternoon, almost Circular Wood by Keith. Circular Wood by Keith's in the chat.
Hi, Keith. Welcome.
Hi, Keith.
And Keith has said he agrees with all that's been said in the chat.
Right, if you're getting close to the bushes now, Leo.
Yeah, I am.
Run your finger at the end of the blank of the bushes so you can feel how much you've got.
Yeah, I still have about 0.5 mil, I think.
Right, but you can actually sand that if you wanted to, or you can carry on with the skew.
I can do a bit more with the skew. If I'm at the bushings, then I still have 0.2 millimeter more to take off to be at the manufacturer's specification.
Okay.
How are you feeling, Keith? Are you feeling any better?
Okay. On the headstock end, I'm virtually at the bushing now.
Okay. Good afternoon, Mark.
Mark the gentleman woodturner's in.
Hi,
Good
Mark.
afternoon, Mark.
Still a bit more. Yeah, still a bit more. Nerve-wracking, this, isn't it?
It's a nice length of pen, Leo.
It is what?
It's a very nice length of pen.
Yeah. But what I noticed about this particular kit is that it is in one piece. A lot of the pen kits that you see being turned are in two halves.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll briefly switch off the lathe. I think I'm nearly there.
See, I like that subtle curve.
Okay, yeah, me too, actually. But I need to, well, I have calipers here, so why not use them? Yeah, 9.6, so still quite a bit off.
Dave from Mo Valley says he has a one-click pen style kit that has a full-length tube, like what Leo's doing, from Pen Kit Small.
Okay. Yeah, it's still.
When you made the bushes, Leo,
Yeah.
you turned those to the outside diameter of both ends of the kit, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, like I said, the specification of the vendor is 8.8 millimeter, and the bushings are 9. And I still have, you see, my nail is still catching on there, so I still have a bit more to take off. Not much. I think we'll leave that side now.
Right, question from Mike, Dancers with Aardvark. Question for anyone. What's the best way to seal something and keep on unfinished look? Keep as an unfinished look.
I would suggest you send
I might leave it at that, gents.
Mike, I would suggest using just sanding sealer.
Right, Leo, before you
Yo.
start sanding,
Yes.
wrap that sandpaper round another pen blank. So you've got a totally flat surface. What that will do is any tool marks that you've got, it will take those off and you'll have a superb flat surface.
Okay, Huw, I will do that. 1 sec, I'll put on a dust mask. So I have to take off my headset for a sec.
We've got Papa 1947 has just joined the chat. And yes, Papa, it is you. Huw Davies.
Good afternoon, Gary.
So, like so, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
What speed you turning?
Still the same speed. I guess I could dial it down a bit.
Yeah, take it down to about 500-600.
Okay. Done, sir.
Papa can only stay for a few minutes. He just wanted to come in and say hello.
Ah, Gary. Hello, Gary.
Speak to you soon, Gary. Okay, feel it with your finger now and see how smooth it is.
Well, this is 150, so I think I'll switch to something a bit finer now.
Yeah. Do you feel any ridges at all, or is it nice and smooth?
It's pretty nice and smooth.
Okay, you don't need to use the blank anymore. You can just use your fingers now.
Donna Love Angel's just joined us. Good afternoon, Donna. It was nice to see you yesterday and meet you, Donna.
Right, before you change grits, Leo, stop the lathe. And now with that grit you've just used, go along the blank. That will get rid of any radial. That's it, all the way up and down. So that'll get rid of any radial sanding marks you've got.
Yeah, me too, Donna. Just hope it's not raining next time.
Okay, that looks quite good.
Give it a wipe down as well, just in case you've got any grit on it.
Alcohol?
No, you can just use a cloth, paper towel.
Cloth or paper towel. I had some cloth at the ready. But Duke always smears, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is 400.
What have you used so far?
That what the last one was 240, and the first one what I started out with was 150. Not too shabby.
I'll be back in a second.
Yeah. I'll continue with what shall I say, 800?
On pens, I don't normally go above 6.
600. Okay. Well, I'll see what I can find.
Mill Valley, Dave says he can hear rain. Is it raining where you are, Leo, or where Huw
not here.
is? No, it's not
It
raining
must be
here
at Huw's
either.
then.
Yeah.
I thought in Wales it was always raining. Okay. So that last bit was 400. This is a piece of 800. Because this is my first pen, so it better look decent.
Dave said, that's true, Leo. What you said about raining in Wales.
It's hammering down here at the moment.
It's audible, Huw.
It's where Dave is now as well.
Okay. This is 800, by the way, Huw.
Yeah. Once you've gone along the blank like that, get some mess and wipe the blank with it. It'll do a few things. It'll show you what the pen's going to look like, but also it'll raise the grain just a little bit. And you can then
You mean something like this? Methylated spirits.
Yeah.
All right.
Keith says he's been chatting with Andy H. It's for turning. He ought to be back in a couple of weeks doing Tuesday lunchtime lives. Oh, that'd be nice, Keith. I hope you're going to be earworming.
Oh, that's Keith. Hi, Keith. How are you doing? It's too bad that I have not really very often the opportunity to watch your lives, but I used to
Keith,
look at the. Sorry.
Keith hasn't been doing any
know.
lives for such
I
a
know.
while.
I know that. So, not too shabby, right, Huw?
Very nice. Once
So
that's
then
dried,
I guess some Yorkshire, or some. What I also have is cut and polish.
cut and polish works well.
Yeah. Okay. And how about some sanding sealer first?
With cut and polish, you can use sanding sealer if you want, but I've used it with and without.
Yeah.
So the choice is entirely yours.
Okay. I'll put on a tiny bit of sanding sealer first then. Okay. I think we'll we'll give that a brief while to dry.
Papa 1947's having to go now.
Yeah.
Bye,
Bye,
take
Gary.
care.
Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, Gary.
So I think I'll use some cut and polish over this, and then we'll finish off with friction polish.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Dave Moore Valley says he's had a very wet holidays in Wales as a younger man. In fairness, I have also been at the top of the mountain, on top of the mountain bike trails in Wales in the glorious sun.
Yeah, when the sun is shining and you've got blue skies, there is no better place. But I could be slightly biased.
You are there all the time, so you also see the beautiful days, right?
Yes. How does that feel to the fingers now, Leo?
Oh, it feels pretty smooth.
Because that's the important things about pens is they are used in the hand, so it's got to feel right.
It does feel different than a plastic pen, that's for sure. But I guess that's part of the idea.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this has dried enough. I hope so. So here comes the cut and polish. Way too much, of course.
We'll be joint then, Donna.
Okay, here we go. I always rub this in at a relatively slow speed, like this. I've already made quite a bit of jewelry with Paduk. So I know what works on it. Okay. And then we'll crank it up.
You can see the shine coming through already.
Yeah.
agree totally, Dave. Hard wax sticks are superb.
It's slightly warm to the touch, but yeah, not too shabby.
I like it, Leo. It looks lovely.
Yeah, so far I do as well. But we're not there yet. What I'm most nervous for is pressing it together. I'm planning to do that on the lathe as well, but I'm not sure how well that will work. Friction polish. Great stuff. I think many of you use it. The only concern I have is how good it will hold up on a pen which gets held in hand a lot.
Thing is, with friction polish, you can always build up a few coats of it.
Yeah, that's what we were planning on, right?
Yeah.
Dave says I use the lathe to press together. You'll be fine, Leo.
Okay, well, we'll see. Whoa, it's starting to hurt my eyes. Okay. Yeah, that's already pretty shiny, but we'll give it one more coat. Just because we can. I have already used it quite a bit, this friction polish. It's very economic in use, I must say. You don't need much.
Mark Stroughton's back in the chat. Afternoon, Mr. Stroughton.
Well, how about that?
That looks really nice, Leo.
Yeah, I think so
Very,
too.
very nice.
Okay.
Mark, the gentleman wood turner, did make a valid point about using a cloth. I sometimes do use a cloth, but if I do, I bunch it up into a ball.
A cloth for the friction polish.
Yeah, I'll scrumple it up into a ball so there's no bits hanging around that can get grabbed by the pen.
But this is not a cloth.
What's that?
Yeah, it's some leftover garment.
Yeah,
I get everything which doesn't fit or is torn, and I can get to cut it to pieces, and I use that in the workshop.
Yeah, what I was saying is tighten it up into a more of a ball so that nothing can catch the pen, and then whip it out of your hand and your hand with it.
Well, there's not so much risk of that here. There's very little that can catch, I must say. It's a valid point for sure, but it's all smooth and how do you say that? Blunt angles.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Okay. Are we done with this step?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say so. That means
If you're happy, then that's the important thing.
yeah, I am. It's good enough. And what I learned on YouTube from someone else is that perfect must not become the enemy of good. So this is good enough for this one.
Excellent.
Okay. Then I guess I take it off, or at least partly. Because what's left to do now is the pressing in, right?
Yeah, assembly now.
Assembly, correct. Is there a particular reason to start with one or the other? I was thinking of starting with the tip, because that I can easily do here on the mandrel. And how I'm going to get the top in, I have no clue, to be honest.
Okay, what you can do, all right. I use something I bought from Chestnut, which is their pen assembly things, and they fit in the tailstock and headstock.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to carry on making pens, you can turn yourself just 2 little stops.
I've already made something, but so my idea was, and I'll show you this piece. It's a very tiny part, threaded on one side, and that is supposed to go in here.
Mm-hmm.
This is press fitted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I was planning on doing is I have a bit longer bushing here.
Dave Moore Valley says the old cloth thing is about how you hold it. If you're going to wrap it around your finger, well, it's your loss.
Yeah, I never do that. I can assure you. Not near a 2 horsepower lathe. So I was thinking of doing it like this. Let's just go ahead and see how that works.
Right, hang on a sec. The brass fitting that's going inside the tube.
Correct.
Where's that now?
The fitting.
Yeah.
I have it here on the workbench. You want to see it again?
Yes, please. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So the threaded part comes at the bottom. Okay. So what I was thinking of doing is like so. I put in the drill chuck.
Chris Charlton says that's looking great, Leo.
Thanks, Chris. Okay, and then I have quickly turned another piece on the lathe. This is the same material which I used to make the bushings of. Can you see that? Yeah, it's a bit.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's a bit tiny, but the idea is that
you've got that round the right way.
Yeah, I do. The threads to the bottom. Oh, that goes very nice. Easy peasy. It's already seated.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Is that flush? Is that flush with the barrel?
Yeah, it is. Up till where the threads end.
Excellent.
So that was the easy part, because with this part in place, I cannot fit it the other way around over the mandrel and do the same. I could use my how do you call it? I have this other chuck for that, collar chuck. But let me first check how that is done. Okay, I'll put this on here for the moment. So this is the refill that goes in last. I have the tip. So. Okay, and yet another spring. I think I know where that goes, but that comes later. I'm just unpacking it on the workbench, trying to show you guys. So there's the clip, which goes on here, obviously. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's two clips in this one. I must have messed up the contents of the bag. Okay. So that's supposed to go in there. But now the question is how I press this in.
Okay. Take the mandrel out of the tailstock, the headstock.
Yeah. It helps if you already tell me what your idea is.
Then get a piece of wood.
Yeah.
Hold it against the spindle. Bring the tailstock up so that the threaded brass end is against the wood. And then you can use the Jacob's chuck fully closed down.
Uh-huh.
Just a bit of cloth over it to stop damaging the clip. And then screw the tailstock in, which will push the
Okay. Sounds like a plan, Huw.
right, where's
we'll
the mechanism?
See. Yeah.
Dave Mill Valley said, fit the nib, otherwise you'll press it in too far.
Good point, Dave.
Fit the nib. Okay.
And Donna Love Angel says that looks lovely.
So what was I going to put on here?
Just a piece of wood.
Just a piece of wood.
So, as Dave said, screw the nib end onto that brass insert.
So maybe it's easier to have a small piece of wood in a chuck then, right?
Yeah. You're effectively making what I bought from Charmwood.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. This one here looks fairly promising. I can still make it a bit better. This is from a piece of alder which I turned 2 days ago. And I can make this a bit, I can put a gentle round in there perhaps.
Put a gentle divot into it, Leo.
Yeah. That is already, but it's rough from parting off. So I have to smoothen it a bit. Give me a sec. I'll do that. I don't think you can really see that divot, but it's there.
Excellent. That'll stop the nib wandering now.
Okay. See?
Right.
And then I have this with the clip. Okay.
Right, Leo, screw the
Yes.
nib end onto that brass ferrule you just pushed into the tube.
The nib end.
Where the ink's going to come out from.
Yeah. Like so?
Okay. Yeah. Now put that nib end into the divot in that piece of wood.
In here?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
You
I
can
thought
now
I was
put the
going
clip.
to put the. I thought you meant to say I was putting the other end in there, but
No. Now put the clip end into the other end.
in the Jacob's chuck or in front of the Jacob's chuck.
In front, but I put a piece of cloth or something just to protect the plating.
Yeah, well, if I'm going to do it like that, then I can just as well drill a bit deeper hole in here. For example, with the 6mm drill, because then it will be a bit more stable, I think.
Be careful though, because if you make that hole too deep, when you push in the clip into the back, you'll be pushing the nib end into there, and you can damage the plating on the nib end. So that little dimple there you've got is fine in my mind, because on the pen presses I've got, it's literally just a tiny little indent.
Okay. Well, I'll go with your advice then. Okay. And then you said a piece of wood or something in front of the Jacob's chuck?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because the clip end will be supported by the tube, so you'll then be able to hold the pen in your left hand and screw the Jacob's chuck up with your right hand to put the clip into the pen.
Something like this, you mean?
Yes. You can actually, if that will fit in the Jacob's chuck, then fine.
Yeah, it just sits on the face.
That's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me do. Let's do a repetition. And then I also have this tiny spring. Can it be that goes in here for the click mechanism?
I would imagine so. I've never put this kit together.
No, but there was no instructions whatsoever, of course.
Dave,
but I
can you help
imagine that it's supposed to be like that. Oh, I guess I can always do that afterwards. So you say this goes here. The clip sits there, right?
Now, that bit of wood you had.
Yeah, I'll get it in a sec. Just adjusting the Jacob's chuck a bit, the distance I mean, like so.
That's it.
Other way around.
No, I would do it the other way. You've got more surface.
But this fits in the chuck, and it has a hole on both ends. See?
Okay.
Dave has just said, yeah, it is, but he thinks it's the other side.
Okay, and then I just tighten it until the clip sits stable, which is now.
Dave's just said that spring should make the button go in and out, even if there is no refill.
We'll see. The refill goes in here.
Have you put the other spring in first, Leo?
Yeah. It's already in there. Oh, nice.
Dave says he'll find the instructions. He recognises the kit now.
Okay, well, there's something not correct because it needs to sit deeper than this. It doesn't retract the writing tip. I suppose. Oh, it does. It's not 100%. It feels a bit sloppy here.
Keith
Something
has
is
said.
still not right.
Keith from Circular Wood said, "Spring goes nib end."
Keith, both springs.
Oh, that was
nib
the
end.
spring. Which one?
Two.
Okay, I have two springs. I have this very small one and I have the large one, which I'm pretty sure needs to go over this side.
Dave's just asked Keith if he means both the springs.
Right, Leo, try this.
Yo.
Yeah, put that in now and push it in and try working the mechanism to see if it clicks in and out. Okay.
It does something, but it appears maybe that spring is still not properly on there, and that's a bit hard, of course, now to get it on there. I mean, see it pops out.
Right. Open the other kit up.
Yeah.
And see how that spring fits into the mechanism.
Okay. Here we go.
It looks like it, Dave.
Okay.
Dave's asked if the refill is a slimline type. And now he's just said the spring is in the wrong place. That spring's in the wrong place.
Okay, here's the spring. I figured it would have to go in like this. Oh, and then of course the tip.
Dave's also said the mechanism
Yeah.
is in 3 parts.
Could be. I have the
Leo,
press. Yeah.
Dave has just said, is your email address public so it can email you a PDF?
My address is public, yes. But are these the 3 parts you talk about? So the
Keith has said he thinks it's the short nib, the short spring at the nib end.
And the nib end is the writing tip.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I shouldn't have answered that. It's not my job. It's Huw's.
Because it made sense to me that I'm not sure where the long spring would otherwise have to go. I have even seen an image of the kit with this spring on here like this. It's on this side it's a bit smaller than here, and this falls into the bottom. This makes it spring like so. You see? So I would think this is this part is correct. The only question is why
Dave
is
has,
the other side not engaging?
Dave has just said, can the spring go into the silver bit? Is it threaded? Long spring, incorrect place.
Long string, correct place.
Sorry, Lee, I'm not being much help at the moment because this is a kit I
No,
don't know.
this. Well, that's not a big deal. We'll figure this out. Here's the other kit.
Mark, are you still in the chat? If so, have you ever done one of these ones?
So maybe it goes on like this after all, but no, that cannot be right. You see, if I take the click mechanism, then it's this. But the thing is, I may not have put that small spring in its place properly, so it has to go in between here. Oh, fuck. That's I have to go look for.
I'll be back in a sec.
And that's going to be quite hard, I think.
Have you got a magnet?
No, it's not. It's plastic.
Oh.
I heard it pop against the door, so it's somewhere here. But if you have seen the pile of sawdust,
Leo,
yes.
Dave has sent you an email.
Okay, I will check it. I guess he sent it on my channel, right?
I think so. Have you sent, Dave, have you sent it on Leo's channel?
I will check. No worries.
No, my husband Mark is not familiar with that kit either.
Yeah, I have it.
Right.
Have a look at this.
That might help you.
Okay. Okay. Could that be? I think I can still adjust it. If I see that correctly, then the small spring goes in the top end.
Right, Dave has said that bit that flew off should have a thread, and the spring goes
That's the other kit. Yeah, it does.
in there to make that bit move in and out.
Yeah, I think so.
It's all right, Mark. Don't worry. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. Okay, I'll do it like this here, and then this goes in here, like Dave says, and then this comes on top and gets turned in place. Threaded.
Davis just said, even with the instructions, it took him a while to work it out.
Yeah, well, I didn't even have instructions, so. But I'll just try it. No, it's still the same.
Is it clicking?
Yeah, it is. It's just not fully retracting. Although when you push, when it is in, no. I'll show you. You see? It doesn't want to stay extended.
Okay, if you take the nib back out, has that spring moved further along it, or is it still by the black end?
What do you mean, the nib, the tip?
The long spring.
Yeah.
Davis just said, it's not wax on the pen nib, is it?
Wax?
Yeah, there's sometimes a little ball of wax on the ink refill, so it doesn't.
No, that's not it. Okay. This also feels sort of okay.
Right, Dave, can I ask you a question? You know the brass ferrule that's sticking out? No, that can't. No, sorry, I'll shut up.
It is definitely clicking. So I will try that spring the other way around regardless. You know what? No. Then it's then the spring gets the end of the spring gets jammed here around the refill. I already noticed that. That's why it is wider on that end. The only other possibility is that it needs to go up higher, but this is slightly thicker than the refill, and it doesn't want to go there.
Okay.
See?
When you click it, now that it's gone back
It
in
just
fully,
doesn't go deep enough. It just doesn't go deep enough. And this is what came with the pen. So there's one other option, because I was already, how do you say it, very attentive to future life cycling of the pens. I ordered a set of refills, and these came with such a short black piece of plastic. But I think that will be too short.
Dave says, is the brass insert fully in?
The brass in, yeah, it is. Look.
So the threads go right up to the blank.
Yeah, right up to the blank. Absolutely.
Right. Marcus said, turn the ink out so it clicks into place.
Yeah, so I think what Mark's saying there is hang on to the ink cartridge.
Yeah.
Put it into the tube,
Yeah.
into the click end of the pen, and then twist it until the end of the ink refill connects with the click mechanism at the end.
You mean like so?
Yeah. Does it suddenly drop in?
No.
Dave says he'll be back
Not
in.
at all.
He's going to go get his pen case. He'll be back in 2 takes.
Looks like it's doing something, you see, because if I oh wait, I've lost the camera. Yeah. So if I hold it in my hand and I press the click mechanism, then it comes forward and back. It's only sitting too far out by the looks of it. And if it's in the retracted position, then it doesn't lock. So like this, you see, it writes it's a pen. Only thing it does not do is retract, because if you try that, you see there's still a spring.
I think Dave's going to get one of those pens from his pen kit.
He has.
Shall I send you the link, Dave?
Leo,
yeah.
Was the click assembly fully assembled, or was it in pieces? Says Dave.
It came in 3 pieces. So the clip comes separately. Then you have this mechanism, and you have the end. So the ball also comes separate, and you have to put that together one way or another.
And he's just said link to the pen kit.
Yeah, I have that. Would it be good if I get you into the chat, Dave? Then I will post the link. Maybe it helps. You can explain what you want me to do. How much did I take off the brass tube? We didn't take off too much, did we, Huw?
No.
No.
You literally just kissed them from what I could see.
Yeah.
Because the amount the nib sticking out, you definitely didn't take 4 or 5 mil off. Because you'd literally just got down to the brass tube.
On one end it was, yeah. Well, that's fine, Dave. It's better than having to type everything. And I have a camera, so if I show you, then you can give me instructions by word of mouth. Well, but we have some sort of a result already. I lost the pieces of one pen kit.
Hello.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, I'll go back to the single view to show you what we are dealing with. So here's the pen, and I can take the front end off, the nib you apparently call that, right? And then I have the refill and this spring on it, and it goes up until where the plastic part, which came with the kit, sits over the refill. And the click mechanism now doesn't appear to engage, but if I put in the refill, you can even, I'm not sure if you can hear that, but it clicks.
Yeah, we can hear it click, Leo.
Good. Okay. So the only thing is that it appears to be sticking out a bit too far. And when you try to retract it, it doesn't go in far enough. You can see it move, right? Now it's in the retracted position, and no. But if it's in the retracted position, it can still go in a lot further.
As I said, I've never used that kit, but it might be, Leo, that you have a faulty kit.
It's so simple
that's
components.
basically what Chris Charlton's just said.
I'm not yet inclined to believe that. I just think that either I do something wrong, or it's just the kit lives up to its €1.80 because that's how much it cost.
Dave, are you able to talk?
Should be.
He won't let him back in.
I
see.
Add to stream.
Okay, can
Dave?
you hear me again?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Yeah, sorry, I kicked myself because this is the first time I've ever done this.
All right. Well, that's the first time for everything, right?
Indeed. If you can you show me again if you hold the refill or hold the spring without the nib on the end, without the tip on the end,
yeah,
does it click okay then? So if you've just got your sort of fingernails
like so,
on
you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there is
just
definitely movement.
If you hold the spring, can you sort of
Yeah.
use your fingernail to press the spring in, but not hold the?
Yeah. Can you see that? If I hold it like this, then what's the distance between my fingers and the pen body?
Okay. Can you put yourself full screen? Because
yeah.
I can see all of
you
us.
want to see my face or what?
No. I just want to see, because at the moment I can see everybody, so I can see Huw and Jennifer and.
Yeah. Sorry, that's my
That's
mistake. Solo
That's
layout. Yeah.
Okay, so just I'm just trying to compare it with the pen I've got in my hands, which is exactly the same mechanism, even though the kit's different.
If you see it like this, you would say it's working, right?
Yes.
But the only thing is it sticks out a bit too far.
How far? So how far does the refill stick out? Because the one I've got in my hand, if I just zero my calipers, it's sticking out about 20 millimeters.
Take care, Keith.
From
See
where?
you later.
From where, Dave?
So if I hold the pen upside down so that the refill is resting against the mechanism inside, from the tip of the very brass.
Okay, I get what you mean.
To the ball point.
Yeah.
Yours looks a lot more than 20 millimeters.
Yeah, it looks like a lot indeed. 35.
So, okay, how can we just measure what is the total length of the piece of wood that you have? So the brass, measuring the brass tube in effect.
Yeah, should be 110 or there 104. Yeah. I'm measuring 107 now.
Okay, which is exactly the same as I've got here.
Yeah.
So it's not the length of that.
No.
Do you think when you assembled the brass, the click mechanism, there's like a plastic plunger, a white plastic plunger. Do you think that could have gone in the wrong way round?
I didn't assemble that. I just use it as it came. It's this, right?
So if you can you see the PDF I emailed to you? So was there that? Do you see it's got click assembly, click spring, plunger, and click mechanism all in 4 pieces? Did you have that click mechanism?
It came in separate pieces, like it's shown here.
Okay, but do you think that click mechanism was round the correct way? Because I think when I first assembled this, it was I got it wrong.
You cannot disassemble it. You cannot take the plunger out. That is. It's like this. And for this one, I now lost the part on which to press. But can you take it out? This has not been taken out. I'm sure. So it's as it came from the factory.
Okay, so yours actually came as pre-assembled.
This part, these 2 pieces, yes.
Okay, fine. Okay, then that should be okay then. The kit I had, the bits were all separate. And I think once
that's the click mechanism, because if you rotate the plunger slightly, you see, and now I see how it works, like so, it sticks out, and then if you see, if I twist it a slight bit, then it retracts.
I'm not 100% certain then, Leo, because it looks like exactly the same kit I've got here. The measurements are all the same.
Yeah.
But I had to actually assemble that click.
So I did it. This is how I got it. But I think we'll call it a day. I'll fiddle a bit with it in my chair. I have a pen which does write, and it looks pretty also. So I'm not unhappy for the first try.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Bring
Dave.
everybody back.
Sorry, I couldn't be more helpful.
Yeah, no, you were. I mean, we have eliminated a few things.
I'm sure that set of instructions does work for you. It is a complete, even though it's a different kit. To me, it looks like the same parts.
Yeah, I will look into it. Like I say, in my chair, and maybe I'm able to fix it. I will put an update on the channel whether I got it to work completely or not.
That kit looks a bit like the ProCraft Atom kit, doesn't it?
I think it is very similar, Huw.
And ProCraft stopped sending the mechanisms out unassembled because it was causing issues. So they now send them out assembled.
Which is this, but yeah, you say they're all from China, so probably they buy it from the same manufacturer.
That mechanism is used in lots of different kits.
Yeah.
If you sign up for a Pen Kits Mal account,
cheers, Chris. Yeah.
You'll see lots of kits use that mechanism.
Yeah. Thus far, I have 6 pen kits here, 2 different styles, 3 pens from each, and the mechanism is identical in both.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll fiddle with it a bit. I mean, I've been live for 2 hours now, so I think we can call it a day. Thank you all very much for watching and for your help. Jennifer, Huw, Dave.
My pleasure.
And I will let you know how it worked out in the end. I'm actually, I'm pretty sure I will be able to fix it one way or another.
Excellent.
Okay, then take care, guys. Stay safe, and see you the next one.
Cheers. Bye, Jen.
Bye.
Bye.
Joe.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye,
Lee.
everybody.
Bye, you.